young chillin', a YouTube internet media villain. Can't be what you want her to be. She's a baby-faced heel on the first degree.
Alright, we open with SmackDown from July 25th. And I believe that was from your hometown of Cleveland, Ohio at the Rocket Arena, I believe, right?
What do you mean, my hometown? This is your hometown, too.
You didn't need to add that. I was trying to be international. But anyway, we open with the tribute to Hulk Hogan due to his passing. After that, then we have Logan Paul, who also returns to your hometown for his Impulsive podcast. He was going to interview Jelly Roll on their upcoming match at SummerSlam. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, they showed up too, and then all four of them end up fighting. The good guys get the last lick. But I don't know how they're going to pull this pay-per-view off with Drew McIntyre stuck in the UK. But they say that The Miz is the best bet to take over for Drew. And I agree. That's going to make a great match, unless they got a swerve coming up. After that, we have Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne Perez wins that. Then we have Chelsea Green versus Jade Cargill. That starts backstage, and then it makes its way to the ring. And Jade Cargill wins the match, but then she was attacked by the Secret Service. Tiffany Stratton comes out to make the save. Cody Rhodes comes out to make a promo on his match against John Cena at SummerSlam. Following that, we have Jacob Fatu versus The Miz. Jacob Fatu, he wins. But Solo Sikoa and the MFT, they come out and they all attack Jacob. Jimmy Uso comes out to make the save. Or rather, I should say he tries to. But the MFTs, they dog walk Jacob and Jimmy. Next up, we have a tag team championship match between Rey Fenix and Andrade versus the Wyatt Six. And that ends in a DQ, which means the Wyatt Six retains their belts. Mostly because Nikki, she interfered and pulled the referee out the ring. And then that caused all of the other tag teams to come out, and they just end up in a big old Donnybrook, as they say in the old days. Now we have Raw for July 28th, which was the go-home show for SummerSlam coming up this weekend. Again, they have another 10-bell salute for Hulk Hogan, which opens the show, and they have a little tribute. And I know there's people on both sides of the
love and hate.
Yeah, but you got to give it up. There would be no wrestling as we know it today if it wasn't for Vince McMahon and his vision. And Hogan, he used Hogan as his vessel. And of course, the timing was perfect, so.
That sounds like he possessed him and just said, oogity boogity, do my bidding.
Well, if you knew the history, that pretty much was it, because Hogan was wrestling for more than one federation, and plus he was big in Japan, so he had no real reason to trust Vince McMahon. Vince didn't have the money back then that he had today. all he had back then was like his word, and if you believed him, then you was good, or you believed him, you was fucked. Luckily for Hogan, he wasn't fucked.
Well, I always thought the McMahons were like some rich white people this whole time.
No, his father was. He took over for his father, and he fucked off a lot of stuff before he became the Vince McMahon that we know today. One of his most major fiascos was when he had backed Evel Knievel to jump Snake River Canyon, I believe. And of course, he didn't do it. He failed. He didn't jump it. And I think they lost money. In fact, that's not the first time they lost money. They lost money plenty of times until he got hooked up with Hogan. So
I see.
But anywho, after the Raw salute, they had also a little tribute film for him. Jey Uso opens the show, and before he can get his funky off...
Ooh, that sounded off-putting. Don't say it like that.
I'm sorry, I'm older than you. Paul Heyman interrupted, and they had their little tete-a-tete. After that, we had a mixed six-man tag team. AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and her girl Kairi Sane, versus Dominic Mysterio and the female members of the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Luckily, AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors won that match. After that, we had Sheamus versus Grayson Waller. Sheamus won, but was sneak attacked by Rusev. And he got his ass whooped. Lyra Valkyria, she comes out to cut a promo on Becky Lynch interrupts, and they fight, which sets up, their match coming up for SummerSlam. Next up, we had an 8-woman tag match. Naomi, the Secret Hervis, along with their boss, Chelsea Green, versus Io Sky, Nikki Bella, Stephanie Fakir, and Rhea Ripley. And of course, the good guys, the good girls win. Io Sky, Nikki Bella, Stephanie, and Rhea, they won the match. Following that, we had a tag championship from the Judgment Day.
I thought you were going to say the New Day for a second.
I was thinking of saying that, and I had to correct myself. Tag champs, the Judgment Day. They defeated the LWO. But during the match, they were interrupted from 2 El Grande Americanos. You already know who one of them was. But the second one, people speculate that it was either Pete Dunne, or I think it was Rey Mysterio.
I've only seen...
If it wasn't Rey Mysterio, it's gonna be Rey Mysterio at this pay-per-view. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I've only seen people speculate Rey Mysterio online, so... I never heard anyone say Pete Dunne.
Yeah. I think it was Pete Dunne. I looked at a video of it, and it was up close, and he had the mannerisms of Pete Dunne. But even before that, I was thinking it was going to be Rey Mysterio. But it's one of the two.
I see.
After that, we had Gunther cutting a promo on CM Punk, and CM Punk interrupt. And he does CM Punk things. Then we have Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. I believe this was the main event. Jey Uso wins. I think he wins because it ended in a disqualification.
And Roman
Braun Breaker. I'm sorry, excuse me.
I was gonna say Roman came out.
Yeah, Braun Breaker came out. So that caused the DQ. But I'm not sure if Jey Uso won. Of course, they jump on Jey Uso. Roman comes up to make the save. But him and Jey Uso, they got violated. And violated bad. Ooh.
They stole his shoes.
Yeah.
What was the point of that? I need to know. Bronson Reed was just like, let me take these real quick. Was that supposed to be a form of disrespect?
Oh, that's the ultimate form of disrespect, yes.
I'm not a shoe girl.
Mostly in the hood and what they say, the quote unquote hood. But I know in prison that's the most, one of the most ultimate disrespects, along with when I can't tell you the other thing.
Well,
that
yeah.
won't fly on here.
Yeah, we get demonetized. But I'm not a shoe girl other than wearing heels, so I was just like, what was the point of this? Unless he's gonna wear his shoes against him this Saturday/Sunday. But that would be funny.
Now that's the equivalent of you at the walk of home, the shame walk of home, with no feet, with no shoes.
Okay.
Almost like if you stripped him, made him walk butt naked.
I see. Who's your wrestler of the week?
Let's see. So many to pick from.
Well, I have two people, and that's mainly because the move they pulled this Monday. Kairi Sane. No, that is not her name. Gosh dang it. She did a high fly with AJ Styles.
That would be either Asuka or her tag partner, Kairi Sane.
Oh, then her name is Kairi Sane. Yeah, it was Kairi Sane.
Okay.
I thought it was really sick because I'm like, she went high.
Yeah, they've always been nice. When I see them work, I think of back in the day when they had they had a tag team called the Jumping Bomb Angels. There were two Asian young ladies, and they were new to the WWF back then, and nobody knew how to think about what the hell they were doing. And it's the same stuff, because they had high flyers. They didn't have high flyers back then like they do now. And it was like, what the hell are these women doing off the top rope? and fast, that was the style for Japanese wrestling back then. But they were trying to introduce that stuff here, and people were like, wow. And they remind me of that. And that's how old I am.
You're not that old.
Just look up the Jumping Bomb Angels.
But who's your wrestler of the week?
Oh, I'll give it to Hogan. Because I didn't want to, but then looking at these old video clips, I've watched some stuff that he done that weren't even in the WWF or the WWE. I watched some clips of him in Japan where he actually worked, where they made him work for his money. And I'm like, damn, he got away with murder here in America. He actually did some moves in the holds back then. He actually did wrestling stuff in Japan.
Apologies, we had some technical difficulties. I will also apologize for any loud noises you may hear in the background. Do you have any thoughts for this upcoming SummerSlam?
Other than a handful of El Grande Americanos, I can't really think of nothing.
Just a handful of El Grande Americano for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's three of them when you think about it.
I mean, yeah, they are.
The original, the replacement, and then this third one.
Did you catch what they said on the TV? When they said Chad Gable had misspoke about how he had performed at this year's WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's what they was pointing that out so they could make it obvious that he was El Grande Americano, that he was at least one of them.
Yeah, but
that
what?
was for the benefit of people who did not actually know that.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if all three of them came out at the same time, not knowing one of them was already coming out, and they all thought they planned it ahead of time, but they all did a mess up, and now you see that there's actually three for real.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All three is gonna come out not realizing, and they can only blame what's her name from American Creed, because she was supposed to have been in charge of that shit for American Creed. I mean American the Creed brothers, and what's their name? American
Made.
Yeah. She was in charge of American Made, so she was supposed to have been on top of that stuff. Or she's the one that put all that shit together, and then it got away from her.
That would be funny. Or she did it maliciously, which I would prefer, because it does seem like she's tired of the muscle heads just doing what they do.
Yeah. Now that would make a great story.
Okay. What do you think about the Naomi fight going on this week? I think it's Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and I forget her name.
Io Sky?
Yes. Oh, my brain. Do you think Naomi's gonna lose her championship?
Nah, they're gonna let her have it for a while, because she's making good. She's making good money in the background for them. She's selling shirts, and she has what they call face.
If I had the money, I'd buy some of that Naomi gear.
She's giving great face right now, so. Even though she's a bad guy, people love her. So, not only that, she gives a great promo. So, mostly because she gives that ratchet hood heifer, but with eloquent tongue. So that's the thing I like. Now, had she just been ratchet, evil talking bullshit for a while, I'd be like, oh my god. But no, she's eloquent with her words. So that's great.
Okay. What was I thinking of? I fully just lost my train of thought.
Oh, one more thing. Shout out to Taz0512.
Again?
Yes. I thank him for Mondays.
What do you think is gonna happen at for Roman and Jay when it comes to their match against the Brawns?
Unless they got some secret backup, I hope they lose.
I am really concerned with them. One, because Braun, it was such a weird thing for me to watch, because him and Paul Heyman were whispering, and I'm like, oh, they're making it seem like Bronson Reed is the stupid one here, playing his head up, but like making him actually be the stupid one. And I'm like, that's kind of mean. But at the same time, I'm thinking Seth Rollins might make an appearance. Even if he's hurt, he might like pop out. Or, once again I say, he's working for The Rock to take down Roman from the inside.
Now, that'd be nice too. Excuse me. Like to see him forgot about that, focusing on the bloodline. So that would be a nice surprise.
But it's also, Paul Heyman is clearly trying to like grab anyone he can from the bloodline to be their leader currently. So I'm thinking, will we see him make an appearance on SmackDown to try to get Jimmy, and also try to get Solo or somebody else from that area? Right?
We'll know tomorrow.
That's true, because his best bet will honestly be the
tomorrow, depending on when this is posted.
Today. Technically, because I post these on Fridays. Yeah.
So it ain't tomorrow, it's tonight.
Pretty much. Yeah, but we can end here.